Oh, hello class 9 student. How are you? I hope so you are well. Living inside your house during this lockdown period. You need to come, no need to come to school. You no need to come outside, staying at home and watching television sometime and playing games in the mobile phone or uploading some videos in the TikTok. Yes, you are using your phone as your requirement, but not you are not using your skill, using that phone for a bit better purpose regarding your studies. Whatever the videos are being uploaded, you are watching or not, whatever it is, but still a week before I have given you certain homework from the chapter 3 of Mormon Rebellion, and there accounts only 17 students who have submitted with the homework, and the others, I think so, they are sleeping or something. Whatever it is, all the students I know, you have your mobile at a stipulated time and giving you flexible time whenever you are submitting your homework. It doesn't matter me, I will check it, but still it will assure me, your homework, the submission of the homework will assure me that you are doing your studying the work. Whatever it is, I am agreed by seeing this thing, but I hope so. Who remain, those students, I have the list who have not submitted the homework. The list who have submitted the homework, those lists I have also got, and the list who have not submitted, at least do submit the homework to get the answers by the stipulated time from me, if you are interested to study my answer. Otherwise you may have your question banks, your guidebooks, whatever it is, you are in such a way that answer is there, क्या करेगा इस सर से आंसर लेके. ओके, थोड़ा बहुत पबजी खेल लेते हैं, टिकटॉक में कुछ वीडियो अपलोड कर देते हैं. ओके, मुंह में लिपस्टिक लगाते हैं ना, द गर्ल्स, you apply lipstick, but in vain. मास्क इज कंपल्सरी, लिपस्टिक मास्क के अंदर लगा. Okay, just kidding. Now let's discuss a last part, a simple part, which is being kept as a separate in this part of lesson, that is the Mormon Rebellion. We have discussed for about 4 times Mormonians attacked, Mormonians Rebellion broke out, why it broke out, and what happened, what are the events, and also just before the 4th phase and the 3rd phase to suppress the rebellion, Gorinath was unable and he was about to run away from his own territory. So as he was going westward down the stream, before that he sent messages to the East India Company for help. The East India Company also helped send some military contingents and expedition under the leadership of Captain Welsh, commandership Captain Welsh, and with the help of Captain Welsh, the Mormon Rebellion was suppressed and Gorinath Singha was reinstalled in the capital city. So the history is there. The several videos that I have uploaded is already there. You go through it. I don't want to repeat again in this last video of this chapter. So today the last thing, that Captain Welsh secretly sent a description of Assam to Sir John Shore, who was succeeded by Lord Cornwallis after that time. Okay, Lord Cornwallis, as he sent during his tenure, he sent Captain Welsh, but Sir John Shore, ascending his office, he adopted the new policy of non-intervention of any territory once the activity of Captain Welsh is finished suppressing the Mormon Rebellion and reinstalling the king, and he had to come. So Welsh returned it. Before returning it, he sent, during that time, during the stay in Assam, he sent a secret report, and it is upon that report, based upon that report, the British later set their foot properly for administrating the country once they had taken from the Burmese back the territory of Assam. On behalf of the Hong King, and through the Yandapur Treaty, the East India Company became the sole administrator of the country. So what is there in the secret description that has been mentioned in the textbook? So Captain Wells has written a valuable account, and that account was so valuable for the British that upon that account, based on it, the information given it, the British later tried to take the administration, and it became easier for the British to come and administer the country. So Governor General Sir John Shore has kept the account. Okay, though he was not interested, but he kept the account for the future use. And this account gives a lot of important information about the 18th century, the economic and political condition of Assam. First, Captain Wells mentioned about the process of selection of the king. So how was the king? It is not democratic, it is hierarchical. King ka beta king banega. From the royal family, the king will become the king whenever the king is dead, or the king has to be replaced from the royal family. There were 5 principal officials who were constant bickering for power, struggling for power, okay, by taking the advantage of the weakness of the king, and finally they were quite successful enough. Okay, and it is because of their constant bickering, struggling for power. Okay, so the Mormon Rebellion broke out when unrest came. Administrative unrest start to form in the kingdom. A small description of the pike system was touched upon. Pike system, he defined about the pike system, and also in the past videos and in the lesson we can read and discuss that the pike system was also one of the cause of the Mormon Rebellion, which brought the political deadlock into the administration, into the kingdom of the country. And also I have already mentioned that about the 5 principal officials of the kingdom. Among them, some of the officials, like some atrocities done by the Punanna Brogai before that, then who set fire. Okay, the fire was simmering and it was blazed up, ignited. That fire was ignited by one of the influential officers, Kirti Chanda Barua. He was at a constant loggerhead with the Mayama Satra, and he never missed any chance for humiliate the Muhammadiyya Mahantas. So also one more thing is that the Mahantas were being killed on the royal order. You can say about during the tenure of Surampa Bhagaraja, during the tenure of Siva Singha, Rudra Singha. Okay, humiliation of Chaturbhuj Mahanta. So the Muhammadiyya disciples, they took an oath for taking revenge with the Ahom monarchy. And also there was competition among the high officials to be powerful, more powerful. Who will get the more powerful by taking the advantage of the weakness of the king. So Wells also described about his effort, about his step that he took to bring peace and tranquility, re-establishing peace and tranquility into the kingdom. Okay, he also mentioned about the salt, which is very scarce. Some of the salt was available in Sadia and Nagapahar, but the quality was very cheap, though the salt has to be imported from outside the country, and it was so expensive for the common people. The common people were not able to afford to buy the salt in exchange of any commodity. So salt was very scarce at that time. So other products that were cultivated in Assam was rich, was mustard, sugarcane, ginger, indigo, erica nut, etc, etc. How many tell kitna bolunga yara? So here, in exchange of this commodity which were cultivated in Assam, salt, gold, silver was earned by the kingdom, and in this way the economy of the Assam were going on. So to the consequence of the Muhammadiyya Rebellion that we have discussed, that Muhammadiyya Rebellion has ruined all the economic and political condition of the country, and it's ruined Bhikhari bana diya yaar. So again, going for political and administrative form, Wells also described about the Guwahati, which was second influential city of the country, place of the country, and also he described of the capital city of Rampart, capital of Rampart. So he touched upon the Guwahati, and Guwahati was populated, highly populated place at that time. And he also mentioned, Captain Wells also mentioned in his description that Guwahati, the city of Guwahati was situated in both the banks of the Brahmaputra. Now we used to pronounce Guwahati, now the new name of Guwahati, Guwahati, but in those days the name is Guwahati, Gauhati. And in every answers, in every description you are going to write in history, in those times you have to write Guwahati. Don't make mistake by writing Guwahati. Guwahati is today's name. Even the university we are having, which was established in 1948 in the month of January by the initiatives of Gopinath Bordoloi, the then Honorable Chief Minister of Assam, the first Chief Minister of Assam, precisely to be speaking. He took the initiative, and thereby the name Guwahati University, not Guwahati University. Okay, so it is because of his effort we have a good university, and taking effort, bringing an effort. If you want to study the Guwahati University, you need to study harder to get admitted into that university. And as it was taken by the taking initiative for establishing the Guwahati University by Gopinath Bordoloi, so the area where the Guwahati University is situated, it has formed a huge township, similar, a bit more size, bigger size than the city, the state, the town of Mangalore. So that area is named as Gopinath Bordoloi Nagar. So this is another theme you will understand in class 10 in chapter number 4. So again, he also stated that the Brahmaputra river, along the side of the Brahmaputra there is a rampart. Rampart means a low-lying wall. Okay, suppose like the rampart here, a low-lying wall above, and the rampart is fat enough when people can go through it like a road, but it is higher, it is square, and the lateral edges were steep, okay, straight, perpendicular, and above it the rampart was flat enough. And on that rampart there were 113 cannons. Some of the cannons, like 2 or 3 of the cannons, were imported from Europe. Okay, in this way Captain Wells also wrote about this thing. Then again he also discussed about the capital, Ahom capital Rampart, and it was bounded by a long, huge boundary which was about 20 miles, 32 kilometers. So making a boundary around a capital, it is quite expensive, and it can be seen that the Ahom kingdom was rich enough during the time. So the motive of Captain Wells by mentioning about this thing in Assam, also he has touched upon about the revenue which being cultivated, which being collected by the administration, by the people, paid by the people, which amount to 90,000 rupees every year, and only about 26,000 rupees went to the kingdom. So he has shown the possibility of economic gain by the East India Company by through cash, earning huge profit in different activities. And also he also mentioned indirectly, though directly, that the Ahom king has the capacity to maintain, to afford, to keep the British army into their own cantonment area. So it was an indication. In this way, based upon this information, the British set foot forward, and by taking this information, when the British came after suppressing expelling the Burmese out from the country in 1826, after Yandabo Treaty signing, the British set strong foot for administering the country. In this way, the British came out. So after this chapter, you will study about chapter 4. We will discuss what is going on in chapter 4. By the time, I hope so you will understand this video, and do watch the video. It will be easier for you to make your answers. And now, until and unless I am completed with the homework, the students who are going to submit, all the students need to submit the homework. That is number 4 and 5. The remaining answers I am going to give you after that. Understand? Otherwise, कुछ नहीं मिलने वाला. Understood? Thank you.